Alright, in this video I'm going to go over some of the basics of solving linear equations by just going through a couple of examples. So we'll start with this one here. We've got 16 minus quantity 7m plus 3 equals 8 times quantity 1 minus n. First thing we're going to do is we're going to deal with the distributed property, which is going to be mainly, we're going to deal with these parentheses here. So we've got 16 minus 7m plus 3. So that means that we're subtracting everything that's in here. So we'll have 16 minus 7m and then minus 3, right? So we're subtracting everything there. Over here, we're going to have to use the distributed property to get rid of these parentheses here. So we'll do 8 times 1, which gives us 8. And then we'll do 8 times negative n, which will give us negative 8n. Alright, so then the thing we want to do, of course, is get all the variables. This should be an n, not an n. Get too many variables there. We want to get all the variables on one side, all the numbers or constants on the other side. Or actually, I guess over here we should combine like terms first. So we've got a 16, we've got a negative 3. So that's going to give us 13 minus 7m, right? Of course, 13 and the 7m we don't combine with addition and subtraction. Okay. Alright, now we'll get the 8m on to the left. That's going to give us m over here, right? Negative 7 plus 8 is 1, so that just gives us m. And then we've still got 13 here. We've got 8 over here. Now we'll subtract 13. Get all the constants on the other side. 8 minus 13 is negative 5. And there's our answer. Alright. Now, over here, number 13 here, we've got 5 over 3 equals 2 over x plus 4. This is going to be one where we're going to want to cross multiply. Alright, so we're going to go from 5 to x plus 4, 3 to 2. So that gives us 5 times. Now, again, this is important. You're multiplying by the whole thing, x plus 4. So you have to write 5 parentheses x plus 4 equals 3 times 2. Now we can do our distributed property again. We'll get 5x plus 5 times 4 is 20 equals 3 times 2, which is 6. Subtract 20 from both sides. Get negative 14. And now we'll divide by 5 to get x by itself. Negative 14 over 5 is, what's that going to be? Negative 14 fifths, right? Cool, which is also like, what, negative 2.8? That sounds right. Alright, so there's our answer. Either one is fine, really. Okay, another one. Here's another one where we're going to want to use cross multiply, right? And that's, again, that's going to give us like a kind of a distributed property like we had in the first one we did. So we'll have 10 times parentheses 2x minus 8 equals 8 times 5x minus 9. I always put the number in front of the parentheses because it's just the way I do it. Doesn't really matter. Distribute the 10. So we've got 10 times 2x, which is 20x. 10 times negative 8. Don't forget your negative there. So that's negative 80 equals 8 times 5x. That's 40x. And 8 times negative 9 is negative 72. Alright, let's get numbers on one side. Minus 40x. I don't know, I always put x's on the left, but it doesn't really matter. Get negative 20x minus 80 equals negative 72. We'll add 80 to both sides. Get constants on the other side. So negative 20x equals, what's that, 8? So x equals negative 8 over 20, or negative, what's that, 2/5, or negative 0.4. Ooh, look at that. Right off the camera there. Alright, there's our answer to that one. Okay, now here's one people freak out because it's fractions. So let's just deal with that. We can handle this, I think. Okay, so first we've got some distributing we've got to do. So we're going to do negative 1/3 times everything there. So let's just rewrite this. 5/6 w plus 21 equals negative 2/3 w. Right, that's negative 1/3 times 2w. And then we'll have negative 1/3 times negative 9. 1/3 times 9 is 3, and negative times negative is a positive. There we go. Okay. We'll do the same thing. We're going to get rid of the negative 2/3, put it onto the left-hand side, so we'll add 2/3 w to this side. Now, 5/6 and 2/3. 2/3 is the same as 4/6. So 5/6 and 4/6 is 9/6. You need a little refresher on that. I'll point you in the right direction, just let me know. This is going to go 0, 3. Now, 9/6, we can simplify that. 9/6, these are both divisible by 3, so we end up with 3/2 w plus 21 equals 3. Subtract 21 from both sides, just like we've been doing. 3/2 w equals negative 18. Now, when you get to this point, you want to get rid of that 3/2. You can divide by 3/2, but that's a little bit. I just multiplied by the reciprocal on both sides. You do it to one side, you got to do it to the other, because this is going to give me 1 over here. 2/3 times 3/2 is just 1, so I just end up with w on this side. Negative 18 times 2/3, that's going to be negative 12. If you don't believe me, you can check it on a calculator. And if you want to know how I figured it out quickly, ask me and I will let you know. But those are just some basics of doing solving linear equations.